We talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Talking music, you know what I mean. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene.
So welcome to Chad's underground scene, and it's funny who you will meet. So I just came from New York. Oh, look, it's fancy who you will meet.
Say hi, Dylan.
Do you live here?
Yeah. How's it going?
What's up, Dylan?
What do you guys do?
I'm doing a video show.
We're on TV. Hi, Mom.
Welcome to Chad's underground scene. And it is a crazy thing. You never know who you'll meet. I was out in New York last week, and I just got here to Nashville, Tennessee, and a friend of mine said, hey, I'll come pick you up at the airport.
And I was with him.
Lo and behold, here's Jeff Moleski all the way from New York, picking me up at the airport in Nashville.
I drove down from New York just to pick his ass up.
So,
why not?
So how are things in New York?
Getting better. Cuomo is setting us free.
Nice, nice.
So more rock and roll can happen.
So you all wonder how I know Jeff.
How do you know Jeff?
This is the famous mole, Jeff Moleski of
Rockwell Recording and Soundstage, formerly Mole Tracks.
Right, Mole Tracks. So we met through probably Mole Tracks and Danny Dean.
And Danny Dean. We met
Yes.
through Danny Dean, actually.
Everybody meets everybody through Danny Dean.
Everybody, you'll meet Danny Dean a little bit later. He's the actual king of rock.
And
He is.
yes, and Jeff and Danny were involved in recording some Big Mess records.
Some Big Mess records. We recorded some Danny Dean records.
And we did both coasts. We recorded at Mole Tracks West.
Yes.
And did some mixing at
Mole Tracks East. Yes, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about Mole Tracks.
Well, we're a tape-based studio. We also have digital audio, Pro Tools, Slow Tools, Mole Tools, all kinds of tools.
And a couple of microphones.
We have lots of microphones. Microphones are my favorite, along with my Neve stuff. I have 72-channel Neve VR console, bunch of Neve outboard preamps, and lots of mics. A 40 by 32 foot live room with a 13.5-foot ceiling.
So what I love about your studios is it's old school.
I like old school.
And I'm used to old school, because I'm old school.
We are old school.
The OGs like the old school.
We do. Well, tracking a band live, how does a band play? Together.
So how many studios do you think are analog like you? Mostly analog, right?
There's still a handful out there. There's, it's definitely easier for people to put a computer up and have, something in their bedroom than go the route I've gone, full on building, instruments, pianos, organs, guitar amps, drums. I even have a whole monitor system, PA system, in case a band wants to shoot a showcase with a small audience.
Nice.
Chicks dig it.
Chicks dig it. And that's
true.
what's important.
It's always important for the chicks to dig it.
So, like I said, Big Mess did 3 albums on Mole Tracks. So
Yes.
we are going to go back to the first album recorded, which actually I think we did 4 albums.
3.
So we did 3 on an EP.
3 and an EP.
Yes. So the first
Does that
one we
stand for
did,
extra
first one was,
penetration?
their first one was an EP, and we got together and recorded this in probably a week. We did it. We recorded it in just 2 sessions, I think.
2 or 3.
And and
knock the kinks out of it, and
this was this is our green record, and it's the EP, the first EP we put out, and we also filmed a video. So
Oh my God, that video is the funniest thing in the world.
So stay tuned and watch the video.
video.
This is Pocket
Pocket
from
5,
the Big Mess
4,
EP.
3, 2, Pocket!
I got something in my pocket!
That video is so funny.
We have to win the battle of the bands this year.
Like, no confidence.
It's in the bag, Sonny.
Yeah, you're like sweating bullets like a whore in church.
I can't believe what happened last year.
Don't worry about it, man. Not a thing to worry about.
Dude, don't even worry about it. It's in the bag.
If we get the $500, we are gonna be the biggest rockers in the town! I got something in my pocket! I got something that you want! I got something in my pocket! I got something that you need! It's a vulnerable feeling going straight to your heart. Makes me nervous and scared. The feelings inside, you know the feelings that we feel. The feelings you can't hide. I said, hey! Hey, 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 hey! You got what we want. We got what we need. You got what we want. We got what we need. I got a gut feeling. I can't keep it at bay. My confidence is building. When you look in my face, my feelings are filled. The emotions they rise. You look straight back into my eyes. I look in yours. We are hypnotized. I said, hey, 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 hey. You got what we want. We got what we need. You got what we want. We got what we need. I got something in my pocket. I got something that you want. I got something in my pocket. I got something that you need. It's a vulnerable feeling going straight to your heart. Makes me nervous and scared. The feelings inside, you know the feelings that you feel. The feelings you can't hide. I said, hey! Hey, 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 hey! You got what we want. We got what we need. You got what we want.
Let's go, get out of here.
Yeah, drunk in public.
Let's go, get out of here. Get out, let's go, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here.
Was that fun? And we're back.
And we're back. So tell us a little bit about the experience you had recording our band, because we had all kinds of fun.
We had
A
all
lot of
kinds
crazy
of fun. I remember it being very hot out there those summers, like 100-degree, like hot. You
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
You guys were out in the action barn or action garage, as we should
And,
call
yeah, and
it.
Danny said, don't worry, we'll just put a fan in there, open the door, we're good.
Yeah. You guys would walk back into the control room, which was blazingly hot, but I had some kind of air conditioning in there.
Yeah, 'cause it's
and you
separate.
and Bertie would be just drenched. He went home, I swear to God, with a rash every night.
And this is such a cool studio that we were in a completely separate building
Yes,
from the control room. So he's in the control room in one building,
in the house.
and then we're in the other side all together in there. And we didn't have all the high-tech cameras and everything so he could see us. We would just yell through the
They were
PA
actually
system.
naked while they were recording.
Right, and he had no idea.
I had no idea. It's true.
That's it. So then from there, we went on and we recorded our full-length album right
Yes.
after that.
Which
It was like a year later. I think it was about a year later.
Yes. It's when I was making the frequent trips out there.
Right.
Yes.
And that album, that one we spent a little more time.
A little more time.
And we did a little better job on the production.
Yep.
Made a little bit.
And that's the one I mixed in Syracuse. I mixed the two
and then
second
that
ones
one
in
you
Syracuse.
mixed
Yeah.
in Syracuse. And we would go back and forth and talk on the phone, and
Yep.
and it ended up being a great album. This
Great
is
album.
it
Yeah.
was
They're,
awesome.
they're all fun money
Yeah.
albums. So Big Mess is a
And
very
I think
fun band.
yeah, and I believe that one is it's our first full length.
I can't remember the title.
Oh, I know the title.
Well, what is the title? Tell
Run until your shoes fall, till your
me.
sneakers
Yes,
fall
yes,
off.
yes, yes.
Run until your sneakers fall off. And we had some guests in there. Loomis came in and he did some
Yep.
scratching for us and some
Yep.
rapping.
Yep.
And it just a great time. And so here is the video from that album. This one's called Your Dream or Mine. Sweet.
You like that?
Yes. And then forward to
Fast forward.
next album. The next album,
About a year later.
and about a year later.
Exactly.
And so we go in and we're ready to record this album. And
Isn't that when Bernie fell down the escalator?
yes,
And we did the Dukes of Uke record.
so then
Or was that the first?
Bernie was not able to come in to record with us, and we had already booked the recording time.
Flew me out to LA.
So so he was out in LA, and here we are. We go, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And I talked.
The Dukes of Uke!
Yeah, I talked to the whole band, and the band, we were already live gigs. We would do sets of ukuleles in between our songs or in between sets. If we were playing all night, we'd play a couple sets with just ukuleles and Bernie playing drums. So for this record, we had to have Rex step in and do some drums, and then a lot of it's acoustic. And we did the Dukes of Uke.
Yes.
And
After that, we did the third
and we
record.
actually have a video for that a friend of mine made.
Hey!
And it's a nice Christmas
Hey,
song.
can I seg that one?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out. Here's a nice Christmas song for you.
Here comes naked Santa,
looking for Christmas fun. Here comes naked Santa, everybody run. He's hanging out his Christmas balls for everyone to see. He's got some for everyone, even you and me. So when you hear those sleigh bells jingling outside, it might be naked Santa, you better run and hide. Naked Santa doesn't care if you're poor or rich. He still wants to make you be his Christmas bitch. So when you hear those sleigh bells jingling outside, it might be naked Santa, you better run and hide. If he finds you sleeping, how happy he will be when you wake up hanging on his Christmas tree. Here comes naked Santa, looking for Christmas fun. Here comes naked Santa, everybody run. Here comes naked Santa, everybody run.
Okay.
Welcome
we are
back.
We are back, and
Thirsty.
now.
Have a beer. You look parched.
Okay, yes.
You look parched.
Now we are on to Bernie's favorite Big Mess album. I believe it's his favorite. This album was called Demons.
Oh, we love demons.
And yes.
We all have demons. You know what idle hands make? Work of the devil. Right? That's why I try to stay busy.
And that album, yet again, we went for better production. So we spent a little more time, and we actually were more time in the studio and more time
And
mixing.
mixing. More time mixing, more
That
time.
it probably took us a month to mix because we would go back and forth,
Yeah.
listen to songs for 3 or 4 or 5 days, and
Yep.
then do a little more mix,
Mixing.
get it better.
Yeah. That was fun.
And then this is the entry to Big Mess for Big Mess. I mean, this is the entry for,
Demon.
to Billy Caldwell being involved with Big Mess. So Billy Caldwell came in and he did the album cover for this album, which is also
yes.
Bernie's favorite album cover. of all
Bernie
of our
has a lot
covers.
of favorite
Yes.
things. These are a few of his favorite
yes.
things.
And then this album, Demons.
Demons.
We
Mastered with
also
Bernie Grundman.
did what?
Mastered
What did we
with
do?
Bernie
We did
Grundman.
yes, we mastered with Bernie Grundman. And that was an
sounds
experience.
fabulous.
Tell us about that experience.
Bernie Grundman is one of the world's greatest. I don't want to call him the greatest, because there's, there's several guys that are fabulous that are of his caliber. I've personally been able to master 7 records with him up to this point in my career, and Demons is actually the last one I've mastered with him.
With him. Oh, nice. Yeah.
And he's mastered the entire Michael Jackson collection, Quincy Jones' Back on the Block. That's his caliber right there. And he said yes to working with us.
And this one, guess what? There was a video for this album as well.
We love videos
And
for albums.
this video, let's go to favorites again. This video is at one of our favorite bars called the Thirsty Club.
We love the Thirsty Club.
That's it.
You know something? We're certainly thirsty. 5, 4, 3, 2, roll it.
Waterfall.
it down, make the rocks tumble and fall. Pour it down like a waterfall. Pour it down, make the rocks tumble and fall.
So we talked about Billy Caldwell. Eventually, Billy Caldwell came in to fill in for Bernie.
Oh, he played
And
drums?
he played drums.
Nice!
Then he came in and he filled in for guitar because our guitar player couldn't make some shows.
Oh, Rex.
And now Billy Caldwell plays keyboards and bass as well. So he's played every instrument in Big Mess. Sweet.
Nice. What are you doing if you're not playing bass?
And Maddie,
Playing
I
guitar?
sing and play guitar. And Maddie Goodman, who made several of those videos, also played a stint with Big Mess on guitar.
Nice.
So-
That's how you get into the big mess.
There you go. So
You
now
gotta do some alternative type things.
that's it.
I'm gonna clean the toilet next time so I can play in the band.
So-
Wait a minute, I already did that.
Yeah. So now we covered all of that.
Yes.
We will move on to
American Primitive?
Moleski and American
American
Primitive. Tell us about your rock
American-
and roll.
The world's
band.
greatest rock and roll band. We are a hard rock band from Syracuse, New York. We play original rock and roll. We have 2 albums. One entitled Drag Strip Courage. And what the hell is the name of our second one?
And no, and the first one, I think you had just released it when we recorded Demons.
I think so.
Yeah.
We just got it.
Because you brought it in, because you had just finished mixing that while we were recording, and you go, "Here's the album. You need to hear this
Absolutely.
one." And you gave me one you made on your computer. It wasn't even the album
Yeah.
covered. There's no picture. or
There's
anything
13
on it.
songs on
Just
that.
a silver.
And there's our second
yeah.
album. It has 16 songs. One cover, which is Baby Blue, the old the Badfinger song.
So the first one, do you have a video from the first album
No,
that we could play? The live one. I think there's a live one I saw.
there is no. The only video we have is live video from bars.
Yes,
that we
that's
have
what I
played.
saw. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
There you go.
Yes. We've opened for Reverend Horton Heat, Super Suckers. We've played at Bloom Fest in Syracuse, and a lot of bar gigs. We're finishing some cover songs for a demo so that we can get some bar work when everything COVID-wise opens up, which happened today in New York State.
So as we speak right now, I am going to rip some video from YouTube
Of American
of
Primitive.
American Primitive, and we're going to play it.
We're gonna
to
play a
you
few songs.
right here.
Right here. Right now.
And here it is.
Coming right at you.
Your breath
So, Jeff, tell us about some of the other bands you've played with.
Well, first American Primitive. I'm playing with one of my best friends, Matt Pedzik, Sue Karlick. They're married, they're a couple, both guitar, rhythm guitar, lead guitar. Matt is the main lyricist. Kelly Moore Peters, backup vocals. Jameis DePalma, bass guitar player. And, we write together. Matt and I used to play in a band back in the 80s called Tangled Thought with drummer Kathy LaManna.
Yeah, you told me about that one.
Kathy LaManna and guitar player Tommy Baceri. I was playing bass in that band. In American Primitive, I played drums. That was back when we were in high school, when we were like 15, 16 years old, sneaking into bars, drinking booze, smoking weed, doing everything that young kids do when they're making rock and roll music, writing songs. I've never played in too many bands that were like big cover bands. Like American Primitive, we've gotten into playing some covers because we realized that if we want to play a whole night somewhere, we gotta play some covers.
And then you got to keep the door.
Yes, exactly.
So speaking of that,
but we do like cool covers,
right,
like old Aerosmith. Drug-riddled Aerosmith is the only good Aerosmith. Remember that, kids.
Yes, go back to the 70s.
To 70s. If it's not drug-riddled Aerosmith, it's no good.
So, talking about that, tell us about the underground scene.
The underground scene?
Because you played a lot of the bars and clubs in there.
Yes.
In Syracuse.
Is it an underground scene? I can't really say it's
anything that everyone doesn't know about is underground.
Oh,
right?
Is it? I usually think swamp rats are underground in the subway system.
I've played at those clubs.
I know. Your underwear always gets dirty somehow.
Yes.
I don't know why.
That's it, yeah.
Lost Horizon, we played it a bunch of times. We played at a place called Funk and Waffles. Those are two main places that we play. Years ago, there used to be a great club in Syracuse, New York called the Jabberwocky up at SU. Before they changed the drinking age from 18, I used to go
18
there.
to 21.
I used to go there. No, they changed it 18 to 19. So I was able to drink for a couple months.
For 1 month.
And then those fuckers raised it to 21. And I just, by the time I turned 21, my friends threw a party for me at Lost Horizon, and it's like, he's finally 21. The owner of the bar looks at me, "You've been coming here for 7 fucking years." I go, "It was my brother's ID, man." Thanks, Lemoyne. What can you say?
Yeah, I don't know.
Lost Horizon.
There's nothing you can say.
Nothing you can say. Lost Horizon was a great bar. Lost Horizon, when I started doing audio, I mixed monitors there. And I mixed monitors for a lot of acts there. Bon Jovi, Leslie West, Pat Travers Band, Tex and the Horseheads, Nick Lowe in his cowboy outfit.
Awesome, man.
Twisted Sister.
But Tex and the Horsehead I played with probably 15 times, yeah.
Cute girl
in the
in that
80s and
band,
90s. Because I played with Love Dog. In the 90s, we were playing with them every other show. It was awesome.
One time I mixed front of house. Red Hot Chili Peppers played there on their first tour. I got to mix front of house for them. They walked out on stage with the socks on their dicks. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? What's going on here? Who else played there? Bon Jovi, Greg Allman, tons of bands played there.
All right, let's rewind now back a little bit to Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Because I'm pretty sure we ran across each other in Hollywood several times, but at that time we didn't know each other well.
We probably did. I was there between 1999 and 2004.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
On Selma Ave, I had Wally Hyder's Studio 4. And it was a great studio, and I was a bad boy, let's put it that way. I was very bad.
Things were rolling. Things were happening.
Things were rolling.
And it
was a fun time. And that's where I met Danny Dean.
And you did some work with Smashing Pumpkins, right?
That was in Chicago.
In Chicago.
Chicago,
Okay.
I used to own Soundworks, where I did demos for Local H, the demos that got them signed. And then I hooked up with the Smashing Pumpkins and worked with them doing B-side work on Siamese Dream. Excuse me. Cut. Edit.
This is DIY, buddy. So it's all on there.
So you're not editing as much as you lied to me. You're not editing.
No, I'm going to edit, but
That's
I probably
fine.
won't edit that.
Yeah, that's fine. I started doing B-side work after Gish with the Smashing Pumpkins. Got to know them. We pre-produced Siamese Dreams and then did the B-sides for that, which was Blew Away. And I mixed the Depeche Mode song they did, Never Let Me Down. From there, we went to Melancholy, the Infinite Sadness, and I built the Soundworks at the time. We had bought a building, and we were just about ready to start construction of real control rooms in the building. And Billy and Flood came to me with the idea of doing the record with us, and I'm like, well, we're ready to really start building here. And I had a truck full of lumber that just got delivered in the middle of this 4,000 square foot building. And I came up with the idea of, well, let's take the equipment and record it over at Pumpkin Land. And they had 5,000 square feet.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
Set it up there and, record it there. And I was like, brilliant! So we recorded that. I was chief engineer, and I couldn't be there all the time because I was, building my place.
Yeah, your studio, yeah.
So after that, we did, the Aeroplane Flies High. After that record got done, they came in and we started doing the Aeroplane Flies High, B-sides, all the B-sides for that. And then from there, I've been to New Orleans, recorded Hole. Then I moved out to
Another band we played with a lot.
Yeah, I moved out to
yeah.
LA and did records with Kathy Valentine, Berlin. Did a song with Greg Dooley from the Afghan Wigs. That was he did some tracks on a Low Fidelity All Stars record, and a lot of other stuff. That's where I met our good pal Danny Dean, who's waiting right over there. He's over there.
He's producing this video right now.
Yes.
So I think that concludes all.
Well, pretty much
most of everything.
Most
that
everything.
that
You can
we
find me.
crossed
You
out.
can find me on Facebook.
That was my question. How do you find
Jeff Moleski.
your studio, and how do you find you? And how do
Jeff
you find your band?
Moleski. We're on American Primitive, spelled with a K. Is on Facebook. Jeff Moleski. The studio. I don't have a Rockwell recording and soundstage page yet, but now that New York State's back open, I'm gonna do that page. I was waiting for New York State to open back up before I started to push that, because there was no need to push anything until we're just allowed to do everything. Yeah, which happened today.
That's right. Today in New York, everything's open. Have fun, New York City.
Go fucking nuts.
So that concludes the show. Thank you for coming out to Chad's Underground Scene.
Thank you, Chad.
Remember, it all starts in the underground. And I'm going to play you a special video at the end of this, and we're going to let Steve Brownlee pick which one it is. Take it away, Steve.
Go!
Action is reaction, expansion, contraction. Let the manipulator
watcher. Never live it up. Underwater doesn't matter, anti-matter. Nuclear reactor. Boom, 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 boom. I said, who's your mother? Who's your father? I guess everything's relative. I said, who's your mother? Who's your father? I guess everything's relative. Oh, my shoes. My shoes. My
We talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Talking music, you know what I mean.